Gandalf the Grey is the 1/6 scale figure we are going to check today. Hello, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to my channel. So here we have the second release from INART Gandalf the Grey from the Lord of the Rings. And here is the art box that it comes with some kind of fabric texture into it that looks and feels really good. We do have the one ring here in the center that you can rotate, a nice addition with this all golden color around, INART logo over there in the top, Lord of the Rings in that golden color. Down here we do have all the warnings and all the details about this release. You got the approval seal as well and all INART social media. In the back we still have some design with Gandalf the Grey over there, and then on the sides you got some patterns too, but let's see what we got inside. To open the box is pretty easy. One of the sides does have magnets and you flap that side open and you will meet here the instruction manual and so on. But first you do have here this card that it's all in Chinese, that's basically specifying the item number, the production date, the batch number and so on. It's all in Chinese. I don't think it's very important for you. We got as well here Gandalf the Grey, a movie ticket like we had before with Joker. It shows here the announcement date. It was May 18, 2022 at 8 PM China time. This is a silver release. AG. Joker before was a platinum release, and you have as well a INART letter for their fans and for customers. The letter does come in Chinese and in English, basically sharing some story about INART and the Mid-Earth. It's quite entertaining. If you have the time, I think you should definitely read it. I'm not going to read it for you. And then we got the operation guide or the instruction manual, that it's very thick like it was with the Joker, where you have your after sales card and everything that comes with this figure, how to work with it, it's all explained here. From the hands, the base explaining you where are the magnets so you can stand Gandalf exactly in the right place. Many people had problems with the Joker, but here they do explain where the magnets are. The fireworks, all the things, the hands, the books, everything is explained here, even the batteries that come inside for the wizard stuff, everything comes well explained here. So it's very important that you take a look at this instruction manual before you handle your figure. With Gandalf, INART went with a much smaller box, everything is more compact and packed in different layers. Here in the first layer we have our figure body, we have the head sculpt packed in a jar, we got extra hands, all in individual plastic bags, but you can see how thick this foam is to protect our figure. I think it's a smart way to pack and to save some on shipping. Here in the second layer we do have more accessories, all packed in the same foam. And then in the third layer, the display base and so on. But let's take everything out and take a closer look. Here we have all the accessories that come with our Gandalf. A few extras were added which are very welcome, but let's take a closer look at these beautiful and detailed hands. As you can see, these hands does show the age of Gandalf. Even the nails are done into perfection. All that grime and dirt on the hands are really well done. The skin color looks very real, the paint application is superb. For a production piece, I think they did a pretty good job. All the details are really very well done. I'm very impressed with hands because, you know, I review so many figures and normally we have always the same kind of hands with a touch here and there, but these ones are really very detailed. This one with a pointing finger, you almost can see the bone, the cartilage in the finger, and I think looks very well done. We got then our Gandalf satchel bag, and INART went with the all fabric bag. They didn't use pleather or any leather material, it's all done in fabric, but I do like the weathering they add into it, and the paint application looks really good too. I think this is a smart way to future-proof this kind of accessory. This way you will not have any issues with crackings or so on, since this is all made with fabric. Passing now to our Gandalf hat, all made of fabric too, and it already comes with some sort of shape that you can change if you want, and comes with some weathering too. Inside, as you can see, they applied some kind of cotton. You can add more or take out some, so you can shape the hat as you want. But it fits well in the head, I already tried it. However, I don't want to use my Gandalf since I do like the rooted hair and I don't need this hat as much. But I think it looks really cool, and the use of fabric, I think it's a smart idea. We got then this kind of outer robe for Gandalf that comes in this kind of brownish purple color. It got some weathering all around, and it's like a old robe that you really can feel that it's all scratched up already. It doesn't have any wires into it. I suppose it would have wires, but no, it's a free fall robe that you then can adjust as you want. It is pretty long and looks really cool with some weathering on the sides. You got here the hoodie without wiring too, which I think it's not really necessary for this kind of accessory. We got then what I think is the Moria book, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, you can tell me in the comments. This book looks insane. It's so aged, looks a very old book, and it's all printed inside. I don't know how they did this, but looks really good. This is one of the best accessories I've seen this year. You can open the book and close it, and it stays perfectly in shape. You really can use Gandalf with an open book and pose it like that it will back to his original shape. Very well done, this small accessory. Gandalf could friend a moth. That looks very well done. It's such a small accessory, but they nailed this into perfection. It comes with a variation of black and blue and is meant to use with his hand. You just need to pinch the wings so it will fit inside the hand. This, in the instruction manual, they explain you how to use it, but once you remove it from the end, the wings will open back again. Very small accessory, but I think looks really cool. Gandalf pipe, of course, iconic item, and they add this small detail inside. It looks like there is some burning happening over there. Here, this tip, it's very sturdy because you will need then to install it into the staff. We got, of course, our letter with the stamp, and they did add the ceiling stamp over there. You can see the marks in the ceiling. I think it's a very nice touch. And of course with our ring. They did add the marks on the ring, but this ring is so small that my camera cannot catch the marks, but looks really cool. And then we got these two accessories that INART decided to offer us as a late add-on. The fireworks that Gandalf used, if I'm not mistaken, in Bilbo's party. These fireworks, the bigger one doesn't come assembled, you need to use this pole then to fit inside. Is a pretty easy thing, but I think the paint application on these fireworks, they look really cool. I do like all the details they give into these accessories. Besides this one, we do have a smaller one, this mushroom one, and they did use strings. This is not resin paint, they use real strings to do these fireworks, which I think looks really cool. Two fireworks with our Gandalf. It will look amazing to display them together with our figure. We got then our Gandalf sword, all made in die cast, very well detailed. They did add the marks over there, but I cannot show better than this on camera because of the lightings, but they do have the marks over there and I think they are accurate. But the sword is all made of die cast, however is not as heavy as I thought, so it will be much easier to have it holding the sword without adding too much pressure onto the hands and the wrist pegs. The sword case here, it's made of a rubber material and hard plastic, and it fits right in without any problem. I think it looks really cool. Taking a look at the first Gandalf staff, that INART did add this small string as an extra add-on, but let me tell you, the way they did it looks really cool. All the paint application, the details onto this, it's really amazing. And one thing I didn't know, you really can add the pipe onto the staff. I didn't know that this was a thing with this INART release. but so happens in the instruction manual they did teach you how to use it, and I think it looks really good. Is a nice little extra. For the wizard staff that comes with the gemstone, they did add batteries onto it. I didn't know about that too, but the box comes with 2 batteries that then you can install the battery onto the gemstone. It's a quite easy process. These batteries are not the easier to find, but they did offer us 2, and then you just place the gemstone inside, and as you can see, you already have some light. Of course, here in the light box it's not easy to see, but in a dark place this light, it's really cool, and I think it's an amazing add-on to have our Gandalf with a proper lighting gemstone. And finally we got here our display base that I think looks pretty awesome. They did level here on the top, maybe because of the magnets, so you can have your Gandalf standing properly. The magnets location, it's very easy to find them, I will show you later, but here you can see in the back they did add Gandalf the Grey. You got all the details, AGA002, it's the item number. It's a quite nice base, not as big, just enough for our Gandalf. As for Gandalf head sculpt, let me be very honest with you, there is no photo and no video that will show you how good this head sculpt looks. Sometimes it seems Gandalf is looking straight at me. I'm shooting already the 3rd time this head sculpt because I want to show it the most real as possible, but I still can't figure it out to show you what my eyes can see. But I think you can have an idea of how real this Gandalf head sculpt looks like. Of course, we can talk about the hair, that you can fuzz it in other way. This hair does need some work because you have a lot of variations you can do with the hair and with the beard. I still think it looks cool like this, and then the way to use the rolling eyes is basically like with Joker. You need to detach a part with the magnets that sits in the back, and then you need to work out here with the eyes using that lever mechanism. I'm not going to push it too much because it's the first time I'm using it. I'm being very careful because the first time you use this mechanism you should not push as much and you should go slowly. So I'm sorry if I'm not showing you a lot of eyes variation, but this is my own figure and this is the first time I'm trying this. But overall, most of you will agree with me that this Gandalf head sculpt looks really superb. Checking now our Gandalf outfit, there's not much to talk. Checking now our Gandalf outfit. Here in the body, the way to attach the head sculpt, if you have the Joker, is exactly the same way. They need to attach exactly like there with the magnets. As for the outfit itself, I think it's accurate from what we saw in Lord of the Rings. You got this grey outfit with these large sleeves. Inside you do have kind of a sweatshirt inside that is in a brown color, and here in the left sleeve on this outfit you do have some kind of mark over there. I cannot tell you if it's 100% accurate, I don't know these details from the movies, but I believe INART did their studies and they went with most accurate as possible. The ends of course are connected with magnets as we saw with the Joker. Very easy to replace ends. Before with Joker we already saw that you just need to pull them in. You need to add a bit of strength so the magnet stays exactly in place and then you are good to go. Here in the front you still have a belt. The belt is all made in fabric. This smaller one, this blue one, is made in a kind of a plastic material, and this tip over here is like magnetized because you can choose to have it on the waist or put it down, that will always stay in place. It's a nice add-on for this kind of belt. Here in the down then we do got small wires that you can use. Is not a very strong wire, but they are enough to work with your Gandalf. And then you got our pants. The pants, they do not have some inscriptions that Zach from Collecting Weekly was asking, sorry Zach. But then we got here the boots. I don't know if the boots should be this clean. For me it's not a problem, they work pretty well. Overall for the outfit I think it looks pretty awesome. As for the articulation in our Gandalf, it's a normal body, sturdy body, very sturdy. You can rotate the arms as you want, the elbows have a very good rotation as well, no any issues whatsoever. You got here in the torso some articulation, but is a strong body, like a muscular body, so the articulation is not a lot here in the torso, but then in the legs you do have double jointed knees, ratchet joints, very sturdy, a very good body, and then the boots are very well done too. The joints, the ankle joints are very secure. It's a very important thing for our figure. As here for the display base, you can see where the magnets are located, because the shoes go exactly onto there. The magnets are located basically there in the center. It will be easier and we will not have issues to have our Gandalf standing on this base. Once you attach the head sculpt onto the body and you adjust the eyes as you want, of course you will need to fuzz the hair a little bit. Mine is not perfect yet. I still want to study and check which kind of way I want the beard to be used, but I still think that this looks really amazing. I'm very surprised and I'm very happy with this Gandalf. I cannot wait to see Aragorn, to have them posed together. But here it is. This is just a basic unboxing and a quick overview of this Gandalf from INART. And my first impressions, to be very honest, I think this release, it's superb, a very good release from INART, and I cannot wait for Pennywise. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you in the next one.